Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Omscope bringing you a tips and tricks video covering three things: parachuting, bullet placement, and what's that last thing? Oh, right, vehicle combat. So that seems to be confusing a lot of people, but mainly the parachuting. Okay, so the quick guide. Your right joystick controls your dive. By looking at the horizon, you will float, and by looking straight down, you will reach the ground faster. This also controls your rotation. Now, your left joystick controls your propulsion to the left or to the right. So, using both joysticks can seem really confusing because then you start just like going around in a circle and you want to stop or try to go the other way and you can't, especially when you're really close to the ground. So, when you're parachuting in, obviously, always go towards those vehicle icons, and we'll talk about that. The last thing is, don't move your left joystick so much the closer you are to the ground. That will guarantee that you don't land off base. Now, the next thing is, you want to land directly on top of or near a vehicle because this will guarantee that you get to that first airdrop. You don't want to be looting all of the standard shit. That doesn't get you any wins. You want to get the heaviest shit, and for that, there's airdrops. H1Z1 has also made it so that you can change the weapon order in your slots. And this helps you kind of compartmentalize everything from close range to long range. I personally have a little system. My long range weapons are on a vertical plane and my close range weapons are on a horizontal plane within that weapon's wheel. So that, I can adapt to any situation, whether it be spontaneous or planned. The attack will always be a little bit, less hectic. And that's going right into shot placement. The bullet trail on this game, I like it because you can clearly see where your bullets are not only traveling but landing. It's really important to pay attention to the hit markers. Just as you can see here, yellow means that you're hitting armor, and red means that you're hitting flesh. Sometimes you'll get both icons, meaning you have broken some armor and hit flesh, just like that. Or, you just have to pay close attention to both the distinct sound and the distinct hit marker that you're getting off of, bullet hits. And then that goes into another self-explanatory thing. Somebody is geared up with a helmet or chest plate, you're not going to be doing damage if you're hitting those areas. So what I've started doing is observing, just really paying attention to what people are wearing. If they're wearing a helmet and no chest armor, I hit them in the chest. If they are wearing chest armor and no helmet, I hit them in the head. If they are wearing, fully decked out tactical, rig, then I start actually shooting for their legs. And it's really effective because you can get some really good flesh hits even if they're wearing armor. It's not like Fortnite where regardless of where you're putting your aim, if that person has drank a potion, then you're only ever going to do damage upon their shield and not their, vitality or life HP. No, this is H1Z1 and it's providing a more realistic approach to how you deal with armor. And this is my solution, right? If somebody is wearing chest armor and things like that, I will shoot them in the legs or in the arm or anywhere where they're not, where they don't have armor. On Battlefield 4, which is, the game I used to play the most, I used to do something similar, but it was only to adjust for like gun recoil instead of shooting people in the head, I would shoot them like center mass or maybe like a couple inches below the head so that the rest of the bullets could, make their way up into the head, and therefore I didn't have to waste that much ammo. So similar here, you don't want to just spam your weapons either. This game has really good, like it has a really good translation of trigger control, uh, and that's also why I like playing it. Now, last but not least, we have vehicle gameplay. You have your ATVs, which, in my opinion, are the fastest vehicles, but they don't provide your car armor. And then you have that old pickup truck, that is really slow, but it gets the job done in terms of providing a good place to crouch behind if you don't if you're out in the open. And then you have the Jeep, which is also a little slower than, say, the cop car, which is the fastest four-door vehicle. But the Jeep is also really good because it climbs mountains like a fucking goat. It's just really good for that. So each vehicle serves its purpose, but they're not all invincible, right? They all have 100 health, but you can, you can do damage on the vehicles with weapons, and now the EMP grenades will, stop them for 20 seconds. And that's really important to keep in mind. A lot of people used to like just sitting on the edge, and behind their cars and stuff. So using things like crossbows from a long distance to do some damage on their cars would usually get them to enter their vehicle and get closer, or enter their vehicle and move, so that you have that chance to heal up or do whatever you need to do. In that situation, that's when you adapt. This guy was just clearly going to stay in his car and look for an enemy, but I guess he forgot that he can get attacked by an EMP grenade, and now he can't use his vehicle for 20 seconds. So I'm trying to distance him from his vehicle so that I can shoot him. I actually do happen to flash myself here, but it's all good. I guess the Molotovs did their work, and he dies, and I get that win. I hope this was very helpful for you guys, on console, of course. If you guys want to see more content like this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks again for watching.